cutting straight to gameplay. No messing, no vibing, no chatting. We're just going, boys. We're going. We're picking ourselves up. We're not worrying about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going. We're going to have a whole stream to chat, fellas. We're going to have a whole stream to chat. I'm looking forward to chatting to all of you. I hope you've had a lovely Wednesday. Let's fucking go, boys. They call it the man breaker. It will not be the Barry breaker. It will not be the Barry breaker, boys. Absolutely not. We're just going. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's December. Movie night tomorrow night. You know what we're going to be talking about while we watch the movie tomorrow and we share a laugh at the Christmas movie starring Goldberg? We're going to be talking about, remember when Barry thought he'd never get past the man breaker in baby steps? Oh, how we laughed. Because it's gonna be but a glint in my eye, boys. Positivity, positivity, power positivity. I love the refreshing nature sounds of baby steps. I thought we'd have to use the stairs, I'll be saying. And oh, how we'll laugh. Barry, you fool. You thought you'd have to use the stairs. I'll tell you what stairs you're using. Nature stairs. Nature stairs, boys. Yeah, part of what's great about mouth washing is its short runtime. Gets in, makes its point, and gets out. Much like me playing the man breaker here. Up we go. Alrighty. Hang on, I gotta open my beverage. I was getting so hyped up, but we're just gonna go, boys. We're just gonna go. Hang on. Ah, happy Wednesday. Holy shit, I'm red. God damn. It's very cold in Ireland at the moment, so we have a very hot fire going in the living room, and I was just sitting by that very hot fire, watching Christmas episodes of Friends, most of which are bad. We move. Oh, this is the one where he... Yeah. Okay. Such an exciting month ahead, everyone. Christmas movies tomorrow and next Thursday. The Keeley's coming up. I've got some really fun pre-taped stuff coming your way. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Up you get, Nate. Up you get, Nate, brother. Up you get, Nate, brother. I've moved my camera, by the way, just because I found, like... I just found, like, not for baby steps. It's not super relevant for baby steps, but I just found the camera was kind of still... Since I got rid of the green screen, I'm very conscious of how much, like, UI... my camera is taking up in OBS, so I have moved it. Again, baby steps, it's not super relevant. It's not super relevant for baby steps, but just an FYI, if you saw that and you noticed and you're like, hey, why'd you do that? Yes, it seems like Friends might actually be leaving Netflix for real this time. Every time the rights come due, it like it leaks that it's leaving. And I feel like Warner Brothers, like, loves that it leaks. So that people can go, no, Netflix, I'll cancel if you don't get Friends back. And it just drives, like Netflix have paid over the odds for Friends for years. Actually, maybe they haven't paid over the odds. Maybe they've paid the fair money because it genuinely pulls in great numbers still to this day. But in the UK and Ireland, it seems like HBO Max is finally getting ready to launch over here. beginning of next year, so people are gonna have to make their peace with Friends no longer being a thing you get with Netflix. Oopsie. I am rocking the quarter zip. I got a vest on though, a very uncool vest. Remember that chick that was following us for the first, like, stream? Okay, this is the section that where we did this last week, wasn't it? We did the... Alrighty. Alright, first fall of the stream. First fall of the stream. There was always going to be one. There was always going to be one, you know? There was always going to be one. We go again, we go again. You know, last week I did get to that water section that gave me such frustration. The previous week. And then I beat it first try. That was wishful thinking for the Manbreaker, but we don't let it phase us, we keep going. No HBO Max here yet. We are one of the last markets in Europe that do not have it, I believe. And I think that's partially because like Sky paid big money for HBO content. And funnily enough, actually, I think when they announced that HBO Max was finally coming to the UK, I think this applies to Ireland as well. They are generally considered one market when it comes to media rights, but when they announced that HBO Max was coming to the UK, I think part of that announcement was Warner said they're going to retain their partnership with Sky. So, like, you'll still be able to watch some HBO stuff on Sky. The particulars of that, I will be fascinated to see.
Daddy. Burned.
You know, when House of the Dragon Season 3 releases, do you get that on Sky? I would imagine you have to, right? If I was Warner, I would just play all sides against each other, and I'd be like, okay, we have friends on our service. Netflix, if you want to give us a bajillion pounds to also have it on your service, that's fine. And we'll just keep telling people that, well, we have class HBO shows on our service and friends. So you Netflix people, you can keep paying for Netflix, which fucking sucks ass. Uh-oh. Speaking of sucks ass, that fall, it was completely unnecessary.
There it goes.
What is Dance of Dragons? Is that another Game of Thrones thing? I'm going to assume based on the name that it is. Oh, House of Dragons. Oh, okay. Well, see, the funny thing is, like most people, when House of Dragon got announced, I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't like how Game of Thrones ended. It really soured me on ever rewatching Game of Thrones, even though I'm like, you know, some of that is phenomenal and some of the best TV HBO ever did, but I was like, if I know the destination sucks, then to me that is completely... Like, rewatching Breaking Bad is great because you know it wraps up. Arguably, the ending and the final season is the best part of it, right? So it makes rewatches...
Oh, shit!
It makes rewatches extra rewarding to rewatch,
Oh,
shit, to rewatch Breaking Bad. I was like, I'll never rewatch Game of Thrones. I'll never rewatch it, because, like, all those great seasons, in real time, they were great because you were just intrigued in how things would play out. And, yeah, the acting was great, and the writing was strong, and stylistically it was awesome. All those things were great, but to me, it was like... The intrigue of where these characters all end up was a crucial part of it, and because to know it ends up like dog shit, to me, completely undermines that. So when House of the Dragon was, like, revealed and coming out, I was like, I have no interest. Like, get that away from me. But, like, kind of like Andor, a lot of people I trust were like, no, House of Dragon is genuinely class, and it's, like, as good as peak Game of Thrones. It's, like, Well, they were saying that about Season 1. I feel like I did not hear a soul talk about Season 2. So... Uh-oh. We're falling into the trap again, folks. We're falling into the trap again.
Oh, again.
We're falling into the... You know, doing really well, getting decently far, falling at a tough bit, and then falling at an easy bit way lower in the mountain. Like that right there, like right there, like getting too cocky.
Shit.
But yeah, I remember people being really kind of like, no, House of Dragon Season 1 has genuinely been awesome, blah-de-blah, and like, at least in my circles, Season 2 came and went. I assume it was some degree of a success because they soldiered on with Season 3 and that's coming out soon. But, I wouldn't quite call it hubris, but... Will I still be playing this game next year?
Oh, shit.
Is the question on everyone's mind right now. Honestly, I think even if I beat the Manbreaker on this stream, I think it's going to be questionable whether or not we even get some Hades here in December. Because, like, I actually don't know how much longer is left in this game after this. I have to imagine this is one of the penultimate challenges. But I don't actually know. Because, by the way, I have, I kind of finalized it in my head. Again, completely moronic way to fall. That was no challenge at all. That was a basic step that I did too fast. Oh, Mitch says Season 2 was shite. Okay, well, there you go. So now I'm glad I didn't listen to people who were like, no, watch Season 1. Because now everyone's already out. But yeah, I was, I have my January plans locked in. I'm very excited about them. I think everyone's gonna have fun with the January plans. And I'm gonna reveal those January plans not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. So the same day as the Keeleys, because I like to reveal the schedule on stream, you know. I don't want to just do a post on the Discord, you know. It's kind of I like to have a little bit of fun revealing it on stream. I think folks will be very excited about the January games, but I will say that is all hinging on us beating this game. If we are still on the Manbreaker in January, so be it. Every schedule announcement comes with an asterisk now. It's will Barry beat Baby Steps? I still haven't finished Chair. I'm like 2 episodes behind on Chair Company, actually. I was talking about it on Chair Shot this week. I really like that show. I think it's good fun, but I feel like I feel kind of slightly lower on it than a lot of other people. I think it's really good, but it's kind of been missing that extra bit of oomph. You know what I mean? It hasn't quite gotten over the top for me as like a really like outrageously great TV show this year, you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, the music in this game is really underrated. Like, it's so minimal that I feel like it's not going to get any recognition in, like, awards versus the absolute, like, sweeping orchestral, powerhouses of this year. but I really like the music in this. But yeah, without revealing too much about the schedule, I will say that we are in January. We are getting back something I've talked about on stream. In fact, conceptually, arrogant wanker talking about his stream plans on air when he should be focusing on climbing the man breaker.
Shit.
Oh boy. Something I have talked about on stream was wanting to get back to more bigger, longer playthroughs. You know, we've done a lot of quick looks. We've done a lot of, hey, I'm going to play Arc Raiders for a month. Hey, I'm going to look at this game, look at that game. You know, Halloween one-offs and stuff like that. Steam Next Fests and stuff like that. January, we are going to be starting another big thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not a Zelda game, I'll tell you that right now, but another, like, you know, Ocarina of Time or New Vegas style, like, substantial undertaking. It is not a Fallout game either. That's why I use those two examples, because it's like it's not one of those. But I am very much looking forward to what it is, and that's all I'll give you for now. Because again, all you have to do is wait a week anyway for the schedule, because I have a very limited amount of live streams this month. Is there a Cars the video game? That's a stupid question. Cars is from that era where every child's movie got a video game, regardless of how irrelevant it was. I watched Cars for the first time, like, relatively recently. I can't remember exactly when, but I was in this house, and I've been in this house 3 years. So I watched Cars for the first time in the last 3 years, and I thought it was unbelievably bad. I had no clue how it was revered. Like, I know 2 is generally accepted by people as... I actually touched the banana there, holy shit. I know Cars 2 is kind of, like, generally accepted as one of the worst films from, like, the Pixar good period. But I watched Cars 1, and I was like, this is shit. This is like a bad DreamWorks movie. So I would probably never bother my arse watching 2, to be honest. Over the Hedge got a PS2 game, that's true. Some of these movies probably have more of a legacy because they had games attached to them than they would have had on their own. 2 is so much worse. I will take your word on it. I will take your word on it. That might be a fun stream movie series, like terrible movies from acclaimed studios or directors, you know, like Cars 2. You know, some of the other Pixar ones. I mean, Pixar ain't what it once was in terms of critical, in terms of being the world's critical darling. You know what I mean? Sadly, they now, I think, are probably more notable for the exact opposite. Not the exact opposite. That's harsh, but like having a very wonky hit rate versus, like, in the early 2000s, they were like the cliche internet movie nerd's favorite thing was to tell you about how actually I love Pixar. Their movies are actually great for adults. Like, that was the meme of the time, you know. I still have not seen Matrix Resurrections. That is oh, Barry, stop talking about films.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay. Matrix Resurrections is one of those ones where I've remained firmly in the lurch about it, other than when I look on my letterbox, it is like... That shit ain't got no 3.5-star reviews, let me tell you. That shit is either 1 or 5 with very little in between. I mean, people either fucking hate that thing or they love it, and I don't know why, because again, I think when it came out, I hadn't seen the Matrix sequels. I'd only seen the original. And then I watched the sequels, and I never got around to watching. I never got around to watching the new one. So I'll probably watch that on my own time at some point. Although as I've talked about it a couple of times on stream before, one of the dumbest like things that like we kind of collectively, like the public opinion collectively was about like movies in the 2000s was that, oh yeah, The Matrix was fucking awesome, and then the sequels were just so fucking terrible. So wrong. Those sequels are so fucking good. And I would happily watch them as a trilogy, you know, back to back. I mean, look, they're not Matrix 1, all right, because nothing is. Matrix 1 is Matrix 1 and nothing else is. But it was such like common parlance, like accepted knowledge in the 2000s that The Matrix is one good movie and then a bunch of crap. With some people kind of saying, well, the action is good in 2. But like, man, people just acted like those sequels just completely ruined the original. Snowboy says it's better than both other sequels. Wow. It being Resurrections, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Fuck!
Maybe I'll watch that over my Christmas break.
Whoop!
Oh shit. I finish up work next week. Cashing in. I had a surprising amount of annual leave left over. Oh man. So I'm finishing up next week, and honestly, a lot of my schedule for my time off I have dedicated to recording and editing stuff to upload on YouTube for the break. But I would also like to finish up some games. And you know what? Maybe I'll finally get around to watching that movie. I'm trying to remember if I've seen either of the Mummy movies. I don't think I have. Which is a shame, because I feel like everything I've gleaned about them from conversations about them in the years since its release has made me think I'd probably fucking love them.
Oh no!
But, or the first one at least. I know, yeah, I mean, nobody likes the second one. I don't even, I've never, excuse me, I've never even seen kind of like modern reassessments or defenses of the second one.
Okay.
There's 3, right. And didn't they do a bunch of Scorpion King sequels as well? Like, obviously not involving The Rock, obviously. As bad as his career got at various points before Fast and the Furious, I don't think he ever entertained the idea of doing things like the Scorpion King sequels. I mean, I'm very agnostic on M. Night. I don't buy into a lot of the memes about his movies being so people talk about him like he's Vince Russo, right? Like he comes up with a shitty swerve and then he works the rest of the movie around. You know, I don't agree with that. I've enjoyed plenty of his stuff. I also don't think he's the best. I'm very neutral on him. Some hits, some misses, and even among the hits, nothing that I would say really moved me. I mean, Unbreakable is pretty cool. Unbreakable is pretty fucking cool. Like, I watched Split, and I was like, this is, like, a cool idea, and McAvoy is giving it fucking socks. But I just didn't think much of Split once that initial kind of novelty wore off.
God!
Insane post-credit scene, obviously. That was illegit. Like, in an era where there are 8 million of them and they all mean nothing. I mean, that post-credit scene was one where I was like, what? M. Night, you have cooked, sir. Except this was like 10 years ago, so I don't think we said that. Did we say he's cooking 10 years ago? I don't know. Yeah, like Knock at the Cabin, I just don't have it that high. It's really good. I really liked it. I have nothing really negative to say about it. You know, one of Big Dave's best. You got Ron Weasley in there, doing his best as he could. You know, ambitious and clever and well acted and shot interestingly and all this. I just don't have it that high. And Trap as well. Trap was another one where you know, did I think it was this meme-worthy, legendary fart of a movie? No. I thought people went a bit overkill on that. Did I think it was actually fucking genius? And it really tells us a lot about how M. Night feels about being a father. Like, okay, you know, like, you know, his daughter can't act, right? You know, she's like the main character, and she can't act. Like, that's kind of a big deal. I can't get on board with this movie beyond that. Like, Hartnett is having fun. He's having fun. And I'm having fun watching him. What other M. Night ones are there? I haven't seen The Sixth Sense since I was a kid when I thought it was the craziest thing of all time. Which might be the best time. Nah, I knew that was it. I knew I was getting too ambitious there. No, he's staying. He's staying. Yes, boys. Yes, boys. She's good in the movie. Snowboy, come on, brother. Come on. Good at what? Singing? The songs are alright. The songs are alright. You are yanking my chain, as our American friends would say. Good in the movie. Come on. Come on. I didn't find it moving at all. Like, it was, you know, an interesting little thing, his little cameo, like, I get it. Moving? I wasn't moved by some fucking director who you know, does a little self-insert and ponders his relationship with his daughter. It was not uninteresting to me, but moving? I was not moved by it. Maybe because he also is not a very good actor, but... She's doing a Shyamalan performance, but like, I mean, again, but like, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I thought it was bad. But if it's being bad in a particular way, she's not a very good actress. I mean, it's like that doesn't make me think differently about his movies or her performance. You know. I have never seen The Village. I have never seen The Beach That Makes You Old. I have never seen The Village. Oh, shit. Did I see Signs? I actually can't remember if I've seen Signs. I've never seen The Village. I know the twist in The Village, and honestly, the twist kind of makes me want to watch it more. Like, obviously, it's probably cool to go in cold not knowing it, but I kind of... It's one of those things where, like, when people, again, when they're like, memeing about M. Night Shyamalan, and they go, oh, The Village, and then the twist is this, I'm like, okay, well, that sounds cool. That sounds like a fun premise for a movie. I don't know why it's, like, other than the fact that people just meme about him doing twists. Like, whenever someone makes fun of the twist in The Village, it's like, okay, like, why is that bad? Why is that twist bad? It sounds interesting. You know? Again, it's kind of like the Matrix sequel. It's just stuff people say. It's just like... That's why it must be really hard to not get yourself pigeonholed as a director as just one thing. Because if you get slotted as just one thing, in the eyes of the ticket-buying public, if such a thing exists anymore, which it doesn't seem to, it can be hard to beat that. I have not seen The Last Airbender, but I've also not seen the source material. So I have not seen... There's only one Avatar we respect in this house, and folks, it involves big blue CGI monster men. Big blue Eiffel 65 looking aliens. We were actually talking about the new Avatar in work today, and I was like, I guess have I been to the cinema this year? I feel like I must have, but if I have, it's been extremely rare. And it's like, I'll go cinema to see the new Avatar. I'll go see it.
No, what?
As someone very neutral on the first one, I did love the second one, so I'm like, I'll go and I'll get that experience. Fuck, have I been to the cinema at all this year? I'm certain I have. But off the top of my head, I cannot remember. Like, what were the big you have to go to the cinema movies this year? Were there any? Well, there was. I didn't go to see any of them. I didn't go see one battle after another. I waited until it was on streaming.
Okay.
No shit. Actually, I say I'll go see Avatar in the cinema, but also like I suppose like actually I was about to say I've a lot of evenings and a lot of weekends are basically booked up for December. But to be fair, like I said, I do finish up work. I could go like during the day. In fact, maybe I should go during the day because I of course do not like dealing with other people at the cinema. Yeah, maybe I'll book. Maybe I'll just get myself a nice little AM slot. Some like Tuesday, I'm off work over Christmas, and just go see it. Because that's one of those movies where they will be showing it literally all day. They will start showing it at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you can just do that. I saw the last one with my wife, but I'm fairly sure if I say to her, "Can I go see Avatar 3 on my own?" she will not care. Motherfucker, I am making zero progress. We are a half hour into the stream.
Ow.
I did not queue up for Fantastic Four. As someone who really liked that movie, I did not. I think my days of going to the cinema for Marvel stuff is long over, even if it has good buzz. I saw Superman in the cinema. I did see Superman in the cinema, which was a great cinema experience. Not that it's any kind of like,
Oh crap.
especially like you need to see this on the big screen to really appreciate the experience. But I kind of wish I went to the cinema to see The Long Walk, because I did love that film, and I was like, again, it's not like a James Cameron fucking PTA see it in fucking such and such a format movie, but I think it probably would have been cool to see. Just because it kind of felt like a movie you just don't get anymore. Like, it just felt like a... There have been a handful of movies this year that... I don't want to call them faith restorers, because I think cinema might be a little bit too far gone to have your faith restored, but like One Battle After Another and The Long Walk were like not only excellent, but like man, you watch them like these are like sound like I'm fucking 50 years old. Like these are like movies that they used to make. Son, they used to make talkies like this all the time. Some people in court down here for punching someone in cinema for kicking the seat. Free them. Free them. Free my man.
Shit.
Ow! Fuck me.
Ooh.
If I do go see Avatar in the cinema, I would probably, still probably about it. I will just have to see it in like a regular format. We don't have IMAX here, and I don't give enough of a shit to go somewhere where there's a big screen. Like, I thought the last one was really cool, but I'm not sufficiently gin-pilled to, Oh, fuck, that was a bad fall. We're a half hour in, we've made no progress. I think about this during the day. I was like, oh, should I give myself some variety of deadline? Because of course we do have the stairs right there that we can take. And I was mulling some over in my head, and I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. Like I don't want to give myself some kind of deadline because I think I'd rather be on this exact same section of this game for the foreseeable than put some stupid deadline in place, you know? Because with that water section a few weeks ago, I was like, the amount of downtime between each fall, I was like, okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not every time the character falls watching him float down a river for literally 5 minutes. Whereas this section, I mean, this is hard, but I also wouldn't necessarily categorize this as annoying. You know what I mean? Which is a fine line this game kind of walks a lot. But I am now entering
thing happening right now.
I am now entering hour 3 of this section of the game. and like I don't know, it's a lot of things. It's hard, and there's frustrating stuff about it, but I mean, in essence, this section just is the game, right? I mean, it's like it just is the game. It's a difficult walking challenge with these controls, and there's not really much else to it other than that. I mean, to play the game is to play this section, right? Whereas that water section, it felt a bit like it felt a bit like the run backs in Silksong.
Oh no!
Right? I was like, okay, the fights in Silksong are hard, but the run backs just make me want to not play it anymore because it just feels like it's not respecting my time, and I don't feel like I'm learning anything or proving anything by doing a run back 5 times. You know what I mean? And as I said multiple times during that stream, it's like, alright, even FromSoft, that, you know, in their most recent and most acclaimed game ever, put checkpoints at their bosses, you know. So all these other teams that are still dining out on the run back philosophy, you know, it feels like a trend. It feels like chasing a trend that is now kind of over because the people who innovated it are over it. You know, FromSoft are overdoing big long runbacks for bosses, you know. New Statham flick. Is this another David Ayer joint? His new the hot new auteur pairing. I had a trailer for Ready or Not 2 today. I didn't watch it. I think that movie's awesome, but do I need another one of these? Do I need another one of these? Listen. I love Samara weaving as much as the next man. I also, speaking on this topic, in fact, I watched the newest Red Letter Media What Our Next video was very funny. And much to the point I believe they were making, at certain points I was struggling to tell which of the licensed films they were referencing was real or fake. The real wild card in playing a game like that, like, is this licensed property real or fake, is that after Barbie, like, basically every Mattel product was genuinely licensed to be a film. So when they said in that movie, Play-Doh, the movie, I was like, is that real? That could be real. Probably not, but it could be. You know. I still haven't seen Working Man. It's on my list. And by my list, I mean my Plex. I'm shocked they haven't announced a new Crank. I mean, like, it just, again, in this IP mining era that we live in, where every TV show you liked 15 years ago is being revived, every movie you kind of liked 20 years ago is getting a sequel. I don't know who owns the rights to it, but, like, surely the people who own Crank must know that there is enough affinity for that franchise to give it a go, right?
God.
And there must be, like, there's so many streamers in the world pumping out so much fucking garbage at all times. You know, that...
Oh no! Grip!
I think that is the furthest we've gotten. As in, we got to that section last week.
No.
And that is the section where I'm really... I'm really not certain on how to advance. We got there a couple of times last week, and I tried to, like, sidestep. I tried to, like, press his belly up against the wall and sidestep. That was not working. I think the approach I was doing there is correct, but it's just extremely difficult, which is to have him walk forwards as normal, just doing one foot in front of the other, like, linearly. But it's really fucking hard, dude. It is really fucking hard. Hope you are all looking forward as well to the... Uh-oh. Knocked me in the top of this fucking mountain this stream. Hope you're all looking forward to the Keeleys as well next Thursday. Thursday night / Friday morning. Again, that is genuinely going to be an ASMR stream. I'm going to have to be really quiet. I like my neighbors a lot. They have never complained about the noise ever, but if I'm screaming in the middle of the night about, oh my god, PsyOps 2! You know. Not only would I have to apologize, I'll also be really embarrassed. I saw the classic Keeley event thing has already begun, by the way, where people are going to come out and like debunk, like, hey, don't get excited for this thing, it's not there. There was a thing where I think Colin Moriarty, who is still kicking around, was like speculating, and he was purely speculating. He wasn't claiming to have any kind of insider knowledge that Intergalactic, the new Naughty Dog thing, would be there. And Jason Schreier and Jeff Grubb came out and said that is not. So, some outlets picked it up as him saying it would be there, which he was not saying. And then Jason Schreier was like, that's not happening. And also, I believe Jeff Grubb also said in his reporting that that game is not slated to release in 2026. Meaning that there is a really good chance that game ships on a PlayStation 6. Meaning the only thing Naughty Dog will have shipped on this generation of motherfucking consoles is Last of Us ports. Last of Us ports, and did they do a port of the Uncharted collection? 4 and Lost Legacy? I believe they did. Insane, dude. In-fucking-sane. Which would also beg the question why they revealed it when they did. Although I guess they didn't know. I guess nobody knows their game is going to take 7 years to make, but... God fucking damn, dude. Yeah, I mean, whenever it comes out, it will surely be a PS5 game as well. But it's just ridiculous. I mean... And not just backwards compatible and forwards compatible. I imagine it will literally have 2 SKUs. It's just crazy, though, dude. It's just... And the funny thing is, as well, about, like, all those Last of Us ports, it's like when... Like, the native PS5 version of Last of Us 1... Oh, shit. Oh, what? What? I'll take that. I'll take that. Stop there. No, the banana!
No.
Like when that Last of Us 1 PS5 remake, quote unquote, I mean it's the exact same game. When that first leaked, that was not Naughty Dog working on it. It was another team at Sony, I believe, pitching it to them, and Sony wanting to do it. And going to Naughty Dog to get their blessing, and Naughty Dog basically said, yeah, we can do that, we can do that. So they, like, opted in to being the fucking Last of Us porting studio, instead of, like, letting another team do it. And them just focusing on new stuff. Now, to be fair, they did also have that one game cancelled. They did have the Last of Us multiplayer game cancelled. But still. I mean, there was also no signs that was coming out anytime soon anyway, either. Like, it's not like that would have been out by now. We don't even know if it would have. There were some leaks around that game that were very, very basic. Very basic. Still no juicy D from them ditching the Last of Us show. Yeah, I would say Druckmann wants to do stuff in television and Hollywood and stuff, and thus is not going to burn any bridges by leaking. I don't think he's gonna leak anything. And not just because he's on some kind of NDA or something. I think he wants to keep all his bridges unburnt, because I think he wants to do other TV stuff and other movie stuff. And Hallie Gross, who co-wrote Last of Us 2, I mean, she does write other TV shows and she does write other movies, and she's a really good writer as well. I really like her stuff. So I don't think either of them are going to be telling tales even off the record. But also, like, the thing about them leaving the show is I don't think you need any leaks or any scandalous bombshell. But it's a pretty, not to be conspiratorial, but it's pretty fucking obvious. The show was fucking dying a death, not only with like annoying fans online, but with like critics. Like, critics were not kind to season 2 of that show, and they want it out. And it's probably more credibility retaining to just let the show keep going on being bad and let Craig Mazin get the flack for it, which he will and which he deserves. But also, like, I listened to that podcast during season 2 of the show, and Mazin didn't make it bad on his own. Mazin didn't make it bad on his own. Some of the scenes people dislike the most, like Druckmann is on that podcast going, yeah, that was my idea, and I'm really proud of it. And I wanted to put it in the game, but people, people fought me on it, and so we didn't get to put it in the game. And I'm really glad that scene got to be part of the TV show. So I think he's quitting while he's ahead, and that show will soldier on. And Mazin can be the villain for why that show sucks, even though there's plenty of other blame to go around. Now it'd be very funny if that podcast in general was just such a bad idea, because I know it's like the trendy thing now for like your prestige television shows to have a podcast where the writers and directors and the editors talk about it. Like Pluribus has one, which I'm actually quite enjoying, but like Mazin is really not some boogeyman that fans are picking on because he's the TV guy and they want to defend the game guy versus the TV guy. Like Mazin's on that. It was on that podcast every week, sounding like he had just no fucking clue what to do with these characters, or just completely off the reservation on what the significance of certain things was supposed to be. I mean, doing those kind of podcasts is a double-edged sword. If your show is awesome, people will listen to it and go, "Wow, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit."
Why?
That same section keeps giving us issues. I think when I get there again next, I think we need to pause and kind of really take a look at our surroundings and see what we're doing here.
Up. Grip.
Oopsie. Yeah, Fallout back. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't quite love that show as much as people really love that show. I really liked it. I'm looking forward though. I will be. Are they doing a weekly thing, or are they just dumping it all at once? Weekly, okay. See, Fallout kind of strikes me a little bit as a box set style show, or early days of streaming style show, where I think that would be a cool show to just rip through once. It's kind of Moorish like that, and it's got those
Oh no!
It's got that kind of world building where you kind of. We want to know more as quickly as possible, but I mean, these streamers do not pay tens of millions to produce these shows for people to subscribe for 1 month, gobble them up instantly, and then leave, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if that's 8 episodes, they want you there for 2 fucking months. On there as long as possible. And in the hopes that maybe by the time Fallout finishes, the boys will be close enough that people just keep their sub, you know. Yeah, and to be honest, I do kind of, like I do have a soft spot for the old box set binge, but I am enjoying kind of the weekly. I'm enjoying weekly TV being back to a certain degree, like. getting a show like Pluribus that has a certain mystery to it, and you watch it, and then it ends on like a cliffhanger, and you're like, oh, what's gonna happen next? And you listen to the podcast, and it's interesting, and you talk to your buddies about it, and you're all collectively waiting for the next one. That, you know, that is fun. I think there's room for both, but I'm enjoying the Chair Company as well. You know.
Burn.
Yeah, the boys just put out their teaser graphics for the final season, which I guess they have not specified when that is, but soon, I guess. I mean, talk about a fall off. I mean, well, not really a fall off because it's still quite popular, but I mean, it used to be popular and good, and then the last 2 seasons were, you know, not without their charms, but certainly not without their faults. I'm moderately confident they'll stick the landing. Kind of feels like a show that has had its broad strokes down for quite a while, but as it grew in popularity and, you know, things like that, they had to introduce side characters and mini villains and all these little arcs for people to kind of keep them busy because it was one of their biggest shows. Do you know what I mean? Stranger Things, I mean, I knew it was popular, but, like, because obviously you go into any, like, entertainment-based shop, a GameStop, a HMV, a whatever, it's just a wash with Stranger Things tap, but I did not realize how popular it is, and people are, like, people are devastated that that show was ending, you know? Okay.
God.
Okay. Oh god, remember the Anthony Starr mobile ads? Oh shit. No! Damn you, Anthony Starr! Yeah, like Millie Bobby Brown is like 22 and married now. Does she have a kid? It's fucking hilarious, dude. But yeah, the numbers Stranger Things racks up, has historically racked up and racks up, is insane. And they're kind of doing the classic, like, almost like BBC inspired thing where they're having the peak of it be like Christmas Day. You know what I mean? Like which almost feels like a British telly kind of institution thing to have the pivotal episode of something be a Christmas thing, which is interesting because again, and same logic, they're probably like, well, everyone will be together, and Stranger Things is a 4-quadrant style of show where it's like, you know, it's like down with the kids, but also it's like slop the parents like as well. So there will probably be more households than you know on this planet that will eat Christmas dinner, and they'll open up the roses and they'll have a few chocolates and they go, right lads, Doctor Who or Stranger Things? Oh, well, Doctor Who's live. Let's watch Doctor Who and then do Stranger Things, and they'll have the time of their lives. You know? But holy shit. No, we're not taking the stairs. Get off them. No, I'm like stuck to the stairs. Oh, fuck. Oh, dude, the Harry Potter thing is so funny. Because, again, they cast those kids, and they, you know, they look like, Radcliffe and Rupert Grint and Emma Watson. They look like they looked, you know, when those castings were announced. You're like, wow, these are really young, fresh-faced kids. I mean, they better be planning an insane filming schedule because that is just not gonna last. Like, obviously they do age up over the course of the books and the show, but you know, Harry Potter might have set the template. Those movies might have set the template. Stranger Things is but a follower. You know, Those fuckers were old. They were old. Like, the most believable they looked in the second half of that series was like that last shot of the last film where they're like grown-ups in the train station. Because they were playing their actual age. Yeah, so what's the latest Warner thing? Like, they've like rejected pretty much every bid, right? I mean, at a certain point, the money will get so farcical that they'll take it, you know. I mean, it's like the Ellisons, right? The people who own Paramount, who are like comically rich and are making like big but still reasonable, you know, in the grand scheme of media acquisitions offers. At a certain point, they will make a ridiculous Saturday morning villain mustache twirling offer that will just make absolutely no sense financially, but they want to own it and they'll just own it. I think Tony Khan has been asked at least once what he makes of it, and he gave the usual diplomatic Tony. Was that Helwani or was it on one of the media calls, one of the pay-per-view press scrums? Someone asked him what he made about the future of Warner, and he was like, "Oh, we love Warner. We love working with them, and we're focused on the now." You know, complete non-answer as always. Although that's one where I'd be giving a non-answer as well. I wouldn't be getting involved. I would not be getting involved. Yes, sir.
Oh no!
I love you, Mr. Ellison, sir. Please give me more money for my wrestling show, please, sir. Thank you, sir. President Trump, love him. No, I love that guy. He is not banned from my wrestling shows like Hulk Hogan is.
Cold.
Okay, this is about where we have gone. Okay. Let's put our foot down here. I think going here and then stepping off. I think that is the name of the game. And swinging this foot around and then swinging this foot around. Okay. You know what I need to do? I need to do a sweaty hand check. Hang on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sweaty hand check. Sweaty hand check. How y'all doing, folks? It is Wednesday. It is hump day. I hope you're all having a good week. Programming note from my YouTube friends. Santa's Sleigh, parenthesis, 2005, close parenthesis. Starring almost Observer Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Irish time or UK time. Twitch.tv. There will be no YouTube archive. Take it up with the copyright gods. I don't make the rules around here. Alright. If you're on the Discord has a link to the Google Drive where I put those. So if you're a YouTuber and you're like, I want to watch movies with Barry in the chat and the gang in the chat. I like Bill Goldberg. I think he should be in the Observer Hall of Fame. Join the Discord. And you can relive all those movies. To your heart's content. Then next Thursday, of course, we have got Jingle Smells. With Hornswoggle in it. Oh, I'm going down well. Alrighty. So I think the name of this game here is to... You're pretty much going like step, and then now my next foot must go on the next platform above me. So we go step. I want to bring the left. Okay, okay. What the fuck do I do here? Okay.
Fuck!
Fuck indeed. Okay.
Oh shit!
Almost had it that time, folks. I'll get it next time.
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No stairs. No fucking way. No fucking way. 1 hour, no progress. Sounds good to me. You watched any of those progress shows lately, folks? We still got jokes. We still got commentary. We still got biting satire. Are progress even running shows? I don't. Do progress even exist anymore? I don't even know if I'm insulting a thing that exists anymore.
Daddy.
This is the fucking game. I do have to admit, giving you the option of the stairs, like, makes this probably one of the best sequences of the year in any game, I gotta be honest. It's so funny that the stairs is right there. I simply, have to respect it. Oh, no. No. I love that I can make jokes about progress and imagine watching that in 2025 when, like, next year I am, like, absolutely guaranteed to be spending money on a Combat Zone wrestling show. So who am I to talk? Fucking nobody, let me tell you.
Where's the quad?
Is that the most stupid, arbitrary technicality ticking off your list, bucket list type thing ever? Yes, absolutely. I mean, is it basically just going to be a TNT show where they fly in some CZW wrestlers I wouldn't watch if they were wrestling in my front garden? Yes, absolutely. But am I largely motivated by the fact that I'll be able to say I went to a tournament of death? Yes, yes I am. Yes I am.
Oh shit!
Is that stupid? Yes. But you know what? I used to do shit like that all the time before COVID, so
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
so it's not unusual.
Wait.
And also, as arbitrary as it is that it's technically going to be a CZW show, I've also had lots of fun at TNT in the past, so it's like, in a way, this is the best possible way to tick off the bucket list of seeing Tournament of Death IRL, you know, without actually having to go fucking. Although, didn't people like the last one? I feel like last year's Tournament of Death, there was like actual death match heads. Were like, no, that was actually pretty good. CZW, folks, is on the way back. Coming soon to AMC and AMC Plus. I never went to a progress in the end. Like during the height of its popularity, I never went. And I threatened to multiple times. There was one. I probably told this story on the podcast before, but there was one, the Wembley show, the big Wembley show that was like their big, you know, with the infamous table match and all this other stuff. You know, one of those legendary shows where an indie makes it big and has a terrible show and it kind of foreshadows their downfall. I was going to go to that just because I was like, you know, again, very bucket list minded pre-COVID, going to stuff for the sake of going to it. The Progress boom was kind of long over in terms of critical acclaim, but I was going to go to the Progress show in Wembley, and me and Zig were going to go, and Sarah booked tickets, God bless her, she went. And me and Zig were on the fence because of how shit it looked. But we wanted to go because we always wanted to go to a Progress show. And we ended up not going because OTT did a fan appreciation show that night. And that was where they had like that Rascals Mako Satomura match. And we really felt like we won that whole endeavor.
Fuck.
It was also like Shima. Shima was on that show. That show was awesome. That was back when those shows were just absolutely just balls to the wall and so good and so exciting. Still in the Tivoli as well. And this was back at the time when, because like honestly, like 2 years before it closed, there was constant rumors and panic that the Tivoli was on the cusp of closing. And like every Tivoli show could have potentially been your last chance to see a show there in one of the best venues ever for my money. Yeah. Yeah, it ended up being the second last. Yeah, I think the last one ended up not even being anything especially memorable. Do you know what I mean? It was like a Walter, like Sean Guinness match. I'm pretty sure to advance the Walter angle at the time. It was very much more of an angle than a match. It was not.
Watch it burn.
For the significance of that building, that last show in that building was kind of just a. Because they'd already, OTT was already doing at the time. They were already doing that thing where they were like booking bigger buildings to peak their angles in. They'd already kind of started doing that, and so that show was very much a build to the big Walter match, big Walter title match. Oh yeah, yeah. So that in fact, yeah. So that ring tied the room together, I think, was the name of the Tivoli show. But yeah, they did a Defiance the next day, I believe. So was the last thing that happened in that building I might be misremembering the order of things. Was the Raven Creed Sami Zayn match like the last Tivoli match? What a fucking match that was as well to be in the building for. Like the last few years, me and Zig have been going to all these deathmatch shows, and Sami Zayn, now wrestling as Emerson Jane, is on all those shows now, and she's still like the best wrestler by far on most cards she's on. The lads were on the pre-show. That was the one, yeah. So we saw Swerve Strickland on that pre-show, that quote-unquote pre-show for that woman's show. But yeah, oh man, Raven and Sammy, what a match! Oh, you saw the match with her and Mercedes? Shit, I didn't know that. I really want to see Mercedes live, but it just has not gone that way for me. I think I was entertaining the idea of going to that exact show, but it just time and money just did not permit. Whoop. I did see Mercedes have that.
Not again.
I did see Mercedes have that three-way with Becky and Charlotte in Texas, which was probably the best match on that show, but it was a disappointing match. Oh yeah, I'm seeing her in Manchester. Okay, never mind. Well, actually, I shouldn't have said that. The chances of her having a match surely are not great. Yeah, do know that sweaty handshake. That Texas match, I think I've said this before on stream, but I remember me and in the car after the show, me and Maxwell were that show fucking sucked. Obviously, it was an almighty disaster. Me and Maxwell talked in the car and how we had the exact same thought as that match started. And that match starts really rough. They're not on the same page at all. There's no heat. They're fucking a bunch of stuff up. The show had already been terrible at that point, and we were both kind of in the same wavelength. Okay, this match has to save the show and turn the energy around and make things better. And in those first 2 minutes, we were both like, oh my god, this is bad. I cannot believe this is bad. I mean, like, it shouldn't be that shocking that those three would like, because they high ceilings and low floors. But it's like, oh my god, this is like so. And then they turned it around, and the match was decent by the end, but it did not save the show. It did not save the show. I can also take Snoop Dogg off the bucket list. I've seen Snoop Dogg at the wrestling. Alrighty, so we're back in this same spot here. I don't even know how close we are, dude. his leg really won't allow him to. Ooh. Ouch. I do not know what I'm supposed to do here. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. No, not the stairs. If I go on Wikipedia, or not Wikipedia, fucking like some IGN wiki, and I'm like baby steps, man breaker, solution or tips, and they go, oh, of course, for those of you, and it's written some ChatGPT ass fucking. Many people struggle with the man breaker, but the solution is hidden in plain sight. You simply take the stairs. It'll be a good bit. In a game full of bits that are varying degrees of humorous.
Whoop. Whoop.
Uh-oh. Wow. New ground there. I don't think I've fallen at that far before.
Here.
Whoopsie. You get an achievement for using the stairs. What an amusing bit from this game. I don't want it.
Oh, crap.
You know what I want? I want the sense of pride I get for breaking the man breaker. Oh, fuck. I think this might end up being our first actual stream of no progress. I don't even think during Bloodborne we had a no progress stream. I always fretted about it during Crash, because Crash 1 is just so insane. But we never actually did it. We would always get on to the next thing. We would always get whatever stupid gem was bothering me, whatever deathless run I was trying to do. That fucking psychotic bullshit I was doing earlier this year. Oh, Barry. This might be the actual no progress, this might be the actual no progress stream. I would have to go back and check. It's Bloodborne feels like a million years ago. And I remember really banging my head against that game at various points. But I don't think I ever, because again, Bloodborne does have that thing where it's like, it's not fully open world, but you can go somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's like, I would get to a section and it wouldn't work out for me, and I'd get annoyed. It's like, okay, we'll go do something else. Go farm some, oh shit, I mean, that's moronic. That's again, it's like, not hubris. I'm not prepared to call it hubris, but it's just like,
oh shit.
It's perhaps getting too comfortable with what I perceive to be my ability to just walk normally. Someone on Reddit said they finished the game in 10 hours and Manbreaker took an extra 12. I don't know what to do with that information. Other than persevere. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I'm really curious how much, after that area I keep getting stuck on, I'm really curious how much further is there. Do you know what I mean? Not in the game. Just, oh shit, what happened there? It's not 6th stream. This is my 2nd stream of this. What are you talking about? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yes, this is my bad. I am reading comprehension, Barry. Reading comprehension. I'm sorry. I thought we were playing baby steps. I thought that was the point of this game. I thought this is a channel where people tell me to get good and relish every missed box in Crash. This is what I signed up for. This is what I signed up for. Manbreaker section of this is 11 minutes on YouTube. So, okay, so someone who beat it. It's 11 minutes bottom to top. So what you're saying is once I figure it out, it'll be quick. Let me tell you, one of the things I'm streaming in January is absolutely not getting over it. I can tell you that much right now. So don't get your hopes up for more Bennett Foddy on this channel. I've had enough of you, sir. Wait, can I go up that way? Nah, fucking let's not go that low. Like I said, I'm already not doing amazing. Let's not get crazy here. Oh, maybe I should push my luck. Maybe like looking at wacky other routes would be the actual way here.
Yep.
Yeah, so the top of the stairs obviously is the actual finish line. So I can't exactly see up there like how much further to go because it goes inward a little bit. But like the top of this, like yeah, I can see how if you are able to do this and you know what to do, I can see how it's like it would just be 11 minutes, quote unquote, just 11 minutes. Obviously, 11 minutes of this style of movement is a lot. But listen, the person paying for all the storage of my fucking shit is me, I can assure you. I'm the one paying for extra Google Drive storage because it's cheaper than buying my own hard drive, which I'll have to get back to at some point. Because like I you know, I don't have unlimited Google Drive space.
Yep.
The guy in the video was moving vertically. Of the 11-minute section, you were stuck on the minute. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. The guy in the video was moving vertically to pass that part. See, I don't know how to do that. Horizontally, okay. Oh, so he was doing the thing that I can't do. Or I've been unable to do, I guess. Fuck me. No.
God.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh. Ow. Oh no!
He goes to the side and then plants.
Crap! Oh!
I looked at the chat.
Again.
Why did he make that noise? We're just walking. I didn't even fall there. He's just like, oh god, I hate being a character in a video game. Oh.
Whoop.
I tell you what. Oh, I saw that crucial news, yeah. Everything's fucked.
Eddie.
Crucial, who made the RAM in my very computer right now. Awesome.
God. Fuck.
Oh, come on! Get up, dude.
Ow. No.
Same. I feel the same goddamn way, dude. I tell you what. Send me this video you're looking at of the dude beating it, right?
Fuck.
And if we don't beat it on this stream, which we might, I'll close out the stream by watching that video and see if I can get a feel for what that guy's doing, and that'll be our strategy next week.
Yep.
Horses back on home. Oh my god, they folded instantly. Oh my god. What is up? Like, what is up with this? Alright, thank you, Vinny. I will check that video out to end the stream. If we don't beat it, which I might just beat it myself, you know. So.
Ooh.
Now I can't consistently get... We're back doing this! The mossy hill from last week. We're back doing this. Thoroughly rattled. Thoroughly rattled. I'm getting hot. I'm getting sweaty. It's fucking warm in this goddamn office. Fuck me.
God.
Whoa. God. How do you play this game again? How do you play this game? Oh. Okay, that's... Oh my... I'm not even 3 minutes in! Okay, hang on, let me... Okay. Okay. I can do this, right, chat?
Oh,
Ugh.
God. Oh.
Yeah, that solution where it's like, oh, that's what he did. That seems like proper, like... That seems proper, like, pixel placement. Like, not quite pixel perfect. Oh, man. Oh, man. I can't even walk up. This is the beginning section of the fucking... What is happening? What is happening? The game is like, take the stairs, bitch. Take the stairs, bitch. You get... What is happening? The game is like, take the stairs, you fucking loser. Take the goddamn stairs. Oh, boys. Yeah, honestly, that clip of like how he did it is like does not seem like some eureka moment. It's just that simple. That looks insanely annoying to do.
Oh no!
Dude, this is insane. This is stuff you do in the beginning of the game. Like this is. I'm thoroughly rattled. I am thoroughly rattled.
God.
Absolutely rattled to fuck. The head is completely gone. Anyone who's bold with me will know this phenomenon instantly. Where it's like, you better hope, if I'm on your team when I'm bowling, you better hope I get a couple of strikes early on, because that's usually when I get them. The second half of the game, the head is completely gone, and it's gutter ball. It's gutter ball city, baby.
Oh shit!
Oh! No, the head's gone. The head's gone.
Oh!
The game keeps catching me on the stairs. Are you sure you don't want to take these, fatty? Freddie Prinze Jr. claims he's been told ESPN is not happy with the WWE deal right now. That's so funny. That is so funny. I mean, listen, he used to work there. He used to work there, and he has industry contacts. And he is, of course, a wrestling promoter himself, as we all know. What happened to that? Is he still telling people that's happening? Whatever. As multiple other people have pointed out over the last few months, I mean, there have been no ESPN socials sharing out, you know, dick sucking 500 gajillion minutes watched of such and such a show. They have not done that. Every fucking streamer does that for every mild success.
Come
Oh
on.
my god, dude. Oh my god.
You don't know.
I mean, like, WWE is cooling, for sure. They are absolutely cooling, for sure. And the only people, the area where they're still supposedly hot and making huge money hand over fist is by fleecing their most dedicated fans. Who act annoyed by it, but keep doing it. Keep going. Keep buying the ticket. So, are you annoyed by it? I'm not getting annoyed by this because I keep doing it. It's on me. It's my decision. I can quit anytime I want. You don't seem to be able to quit paying $900 US for restricted view seats to a wrestling show that is also bad. Even if the view was good, you know. But, like, the Netflix numbers aren't good. The ESPN numbers are undisclosed, which tells you something about how they are. NXT, after briefly feeling a little bit hot there ratings-wise, is now right back to being a show mainly watched by the olds. The 50-pluses, you know.
Fuck.
While
Oh
shit.
Ow.
While Netflix was touting the absolutely insane amount of people watching the first slate of the final season of Stranger Things, I mean, Raw did under 1 million viewers on a service it's available on worldwide. Like, Nick Khan, the genius, has hit on some really great business moves. One, sell yourself to these really desperate streamers who are absolutely starving for live content.
Done.
And yours is live 52 weeks a year, and it's a household name, you know, in the industry. It's a thing everyone recognizes and has been historically very popular. So sign deals with ESPN and Peacock and Netflix for $800 gazillion. And then, no matter how popular or unpopular it is, and maybe those deals don't go the way that those streamers want, but doesn't matter, you got their money. And in the meantime, the other steady flow of money is the people who pretend to be upset by your price. No, they're not. No, they're not. They'll keep playing. They'll keep paying. I mean, that is the easiest money in the world. Because the same was also true for the other bad periods in company history, like the brain damaged Vince era, you know, pre-COVID or
God.
that was mostly
No. Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, the Netflix stuff, I mean, I think they're doing so bad, because in general, people are still habit viewers. I think people still don't habitually think of Netflix as a live streaming service. I've seen people complain, or not complain, but note that they don't surface the WWE stuff super well necessarily. And it's bad. And that's not like me dunking on it for funsies. I mean, it's just it seems like even the people who watch it and make it their whole personality are saying it's bad. And it's like, yeah, okay, but whether it's 2025 or 2019 or 2009 or 2006, the people who watch every hour of WWE programming and tweet about it constantly, use the official hashtags, follow all the wrestlers, at all the wrestlers in their live tweets. That is not real life. That's not real life. Those are the people who will watch every week until they die, no matter how bad it is. And the wider audience are people who will watch it and go, oh, it's bad. Never mind. Okay, yeah. I gave it a shot because it's on Netflix and I have Netflix anyway, but it sucks. It sucks. Like, I don't like these wrestlers they're pushing. I don't like the way the show looks. I don't like the commentary. I don't like the booking. So I'm not watching it. You know. And again, even in all the other horrible eras, as I was kind of saying there before I got distracted by falling, think of like the guest host era of Raw, right? Another era, 2009, early 2010, where the tone and tenor of conversation online was just so universally bad. It had no defenders. No one was defending it in real time. Absolutely horrible. But again, there were still people who in that era would didn't matter what the ticket prices were. WWE is their life. It's their whole personality. they could be charged, you know, whatever amount. Obviously not as insane as they're being charged now. Oh man, you know.
Why not like this?
Yeah, right. The defense of 09 Raw was that TNA was worse, which maybe it was, but even in that period, they still got several thousand in the building for Raw. You get those people with the WWE Avies and the, you know, the people who go, oh wow, what a great comeback by @JohnCena #Raw. You know, people who like would send a million tweets, but they were never anything other than just observing what was happening and tweeting it and tagging all the official accounts. You know, Vince knew that. Vince knew that no matter how bad things are, we will always have our core audience that's surprisingly big that will watch no matter what and will pay no matter what. Like, how long now have we been seeing the tweets, the TikToks, the signs at the show, which are, of course, the funniest things, of, oh, TKO ruined this, Nick Khan ruined this is my last show, baby. Where's the evidence that it is? Where's the evidence that it's your last show? Because I see these signs every pay-per-view. I see these TikToks every pay-per-view. I see the posts and the crying and the podcast rants and these Twitch streamers. I see it all, and you know, what do you see? You know, they're kind of slowly. I mean, TV is slowly going down, but Survivor Series has now become a stadium event. So it's like they're adding more stadium events. They're not reducing them, and they're making the price go up. They're not making the price go down. Why? Because you're going. I mean, how you know?
Oh, crap.
Bringing the signs to the show to complain about the pricing is the funniest and most wrestling fan brain thing ever. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know? Make sure you pay for a good seat so you get that sign on camera, by the way. Which they always do. A lot of those signs have made TV. Makes you think. But how many zeros were probably on that ticket price? Signs protesting Brock. That was another great one.
Whoop.
And like Nick Khan and the other higher ups in the company are actively joking about it. You know, Nick Khan's like, I think the price is actually too low. Like, he's genuinely saying that. And he's right! He's right! Why wouldn't he say it?
Mighty God. Oh. Oh. Whoa!
Did I step on an animal there?
Crap! Whoop! Whoop! Oh.
I haven't even gotten back to that part I keep getting stuck on to try the vertical climbing. Like, I haven't even tried it. Oh. Alright, it took that guy, what, 11 minutes? Okay, I still have time to beat it this stream. Have I only made 1/4 progress ever in 3 hours attempting this? Maybe I have, but you know. You know what they say about Rome being built in a day, guys? Wasn't built in two-hour streaming sessions either. Maybe some of you should think about that. Did they actually finish Rome? I've been to Rome, and a bunch of the buildings, a bunch of the really nice buildings, everyone talks about are all like cracked and broken down and worn down and stuff. So, did they ever finish it? Should have varnished that Colosseum, you know what I'm talking about? It's like, brother, it's all crumbly and worn away. You finish the thing? You look after this thing, guys? Maybe you should have built it in a day, you know, put a bit of pep in your step. Take a bit of pride in your work. Says me.
God. So.
But just tapping it for a bit of luck, you know. You boys seen that dynamite card for tonight? Ooh, baby. Looking good. C2 season. Oh, whoa. And the non-C2 stuff looks good too. Eddie's promo on Collision was really good. You know, sometimes he does veer too much into that whole I'm not doing a character thing, which I hate. I always hate that. But other than that, like, his promo on Collision was really good. So I'm kind of hoping after an extremely disappointing comeback so far that he's going to be kind of like off to the races and he'll be juiced up by this Joe program. And him and Joe will have a good, you know, have a good promo battle and they'll have a good feud. Obviously, the 2-week program, they're having a match next week. It's not going to fucking... It's not going to set the world on fire, but I'm like, alright. C2 match is looking good. Eddie getting his mojo back, hopefully. Joe has been good. You know, they stuck Joe with Hook. What are you going to do? But other than that, Joe's been really solid, you know. We got good music. I'm not sure what triggers the music. We got the music going again.
Oh shit!
Maybe it's me falling. Does me falling trigger the music? If so, it should be constant.
Okay.
I know he played this. Did Jeff Grubb, a Giant Bomb, ever beat this section? Or did he just take the stairs? If he beat it, maybe I'll watch his archive for tips. If I don't beat it in the next 10 minutes, obviously, which I am going to.
Shit! Oh crap! Ah! Why this? Wait.
Whoopsie. Don't fall. Careful. Oh, I know. It's not funny though, is it?
Oh no! Do it.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
No.
I gotta get back up there at least once before I call it today.
Shit!
Alright, if I don't get back up to that point where I've been before, the peak I've gotten to. If I fall completely off this mountain again without getting to that point again, I am taking the stairs. Because like that point is the that is my limit. That's what I've gotten to and I'm not able to get past. So I need to be able to consistently get there to try techniques to get over it.
Shit!
If I can't consistently get there, then all right, that's it. That is it. Even that is it. I would love to keep the joke going another while longer, but I'm only human. Don't fall up the stairs for the love of God. Consider me defeated. Consider me defeated, game. I was genuinely thinking earlier today, I was like, I'll keep this going until January. Like, I have plans for other games in January, but they can wait. I won't take the stairs, and I won't stop playing this game until I beat it, which that second one is true. But I was like, I'll just... Then I was like, all right, I'm at the end of stream 2 on this, and I'm like, all right. If I'm only going to have a chance to actually beat this on the first hour of every stream, because then in the second hour of every stream, I'm in my head, and I'm not able to even get back up to my previous peak, then that novelty is going to wear off faster than that novelty is going to wear off faster than anything else I've ever done channel. I had to know if I could do it, and I can. So I have spent damn near 4 hours trying to do this, and I was not able to. And you know what else I wasn't able to do? I was not able to 100% Bloodborne. At a certain point, I was like, you know what? What's the critical path in this fucking video game? And I'm gonna do it. And we will say no more about it. Oh, there's a cool optional side boss you're missing? That's okay. That's alright. I'll watch a YouTube clip of it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? What if... Hang on. What if I just, Oh god, there it is. Oh shit. Alright, Barry, don't push it up. Unless...
Oh shit! Oh no!
I couldn't even cheat my way up! But I mean, that is there's something to that technique, isn't there?
Oh!
Hang on now. Do you think I can still trigger the cutscenes for not taking the stairs if I do this? Or do you think the game has a certain, like, he touched a certain amount of the stairs, therefore he's locked out from the cutscenes? He's locked out from the cutscenes where the, he's locked out from the cutscenes where the horses go, oh, well done, Nate, you fucking didn't... This is really dizzying. I feel like that overlap is so close.
Mighty God.
That I feel like they kind of want you to think about it and just fall trying to make that jump. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just considered it. And yeah, if you get this high on the stairs, I'd say they must have some kind of thing built in where they won't you'll get a cutscene where they'll acknowledge that you took a bunch of the stairs, you know. Oh, this is really dizzying. God, look at how annoying that thing is. Like, looking at it from afar, it looks more annoying than it might actually be, you know.
Oh, bother.
Alright, alright, alright. Next week, I admit defeat. That's that. For real this time. For real this time. Next, I call it. I call it. Next week, I take the stairs and I don't try and make that jump. We for real. No, we read for real. We consider me broken. Manbreaker 1, Barry 0. And consider it. We'll just call it 1 because it's one level, so they only beat me once. No, I'm done. Because the funny thing is, I'm very excited about my January plans. I would not like to upend them to do more of this, but I also don't. I also want to beat this, this being the game. I can make my peace with not beating the Manbreaker, if it means I beat this game at a reasonable time. Alrighty. We will. Oh, I've still got my. Alrighty. Thank you for watching, everyone. The historic first ever no progress stream, I think, at least since Bloodborne, but I think ever. I think that is the first zero progress stream in the history of this channel. What a stream it's been. What a stream it's been. Now, I'm looking at all my recommended videos here on YouTube. After hours, I finally made it to the stairs. Wait, that dude just got to the stairs? Baby steps, Manbreaker, all cutscenes. Yeah, I've got a bunch of recommended baby step things. Anyway, tomorrow's movie night, folks. The long-awaited return of movie night. I will see you all there. I'll be chatting to you in the Discord in the meantime. But I'll see you tomorrow for some Goldberg action. Peace out, my friends. Thank you for bearing with me through this endeavor. And I will talk to you all very, very, very soon. Good night.